Alright guys, a lot has happened with Drake since the battle with Kendrick ended. The boy's been really busy. First, of course, we got the 100 gigs footage where we saw a lot of special moments.
This shit though, with the right hook on it.
We got some new music.
Since we blew up and got green, I gotta leave some of y'all on red. How you get let off that nigga? You hating on numbers, untouchable, they got the data wrong. Yeah, niggas don't speak my language. I just picked up something from Mercedes, it's a one-on-one.
Like, they claim this was the worst music he ever put out. It's not it. This is just complete garbage. But then you look at some of the music that these guys are co-signing, and it's like, really, bro?
Baggy jeans, black hoodies, spray can, headphones,
My teeth frying in the split, hitting like a cigarette.
And I could keep going if I wanted to, but I would be here all day. He toured Australia. Then we saw a few things get leaked.
The world fell in love with the gimmicks. Even my brothers got tickets. Seemed like they loved every minute.
Crisp night force is the only time I forced it. I told her get a bag and some shoes and some more shit. Slept in my daddy room. Cigarette smell, dreamt of the money cause I knew that we would mesh well.
He dropped the album with Party Next Door.
They be dropping shit, but we be dropping harder shit.
And despite people claiming that Drake's career was done, that album performed really well, securing a big hit with Nokia.
I got drinks, jokes, sex, and cash. Those are 4 things I can guarantee my love.
And people love this record. It's everywhere.
What's going on? Who's calling that shit? What's going on? It's a stay safe.
And in more recent news, we should soon be expecting a music video for what I believe to be one of the best records that we got this year, Somebody Loves Me.
I need the stars or something lining up.
However, the biggest announcement that we got from Drake was when he stated that he was working on a new solo album.
Working on a new album right now. It's a what?
Slap.
Already? Solo album?
Yeah.
This is a big moment for Drake, really one of the biggest of his career, as the whole world is looking to hear Drake's perspective, and I firmly believe that we can expect to hear some of his best work. The reason why I feel that way is because being counted out and looked down upon is what made Drake who he is. It's what made Drake, Drake. When we look at projects like So Far Gone, Thank Me Later, Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, Drake was dealing with a lot of, this kid got lucky, this is just a phase, he'll fizzle out, he can't do it again. But he didn't fizzle out, and it wasn't just luck, and he did do it again.
I need a one dance.
And again. And again.
Don't you wanna dance with me? No.
We're talking about 15 consecutive years of pure dominance. Drake became the biggest artist on the planet, and the talks went from, he can't do that again, he'll fizzle out,
When Drake first came out, I was like, he's just gonna be here and go in the mall.
to, oh, it's Drake, he always does that, he always wins.
Then I'm like, this motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
The amazing results that Drake achieved over and over again became completely normalized. Drake had another #1 song because he's Drake. Drake broke another record because that's what Drake does. He's been doing that forever. After a while, there wasn't a single person left to prove wrong. Like the thing that fueled him the most, which was being the underdog, that was gone. The best music comes from pain, heartbreak, struggle, and conflict. So the question is, where does one even begin to find that inspiration when you've got it all and have literally done it all? When you've dominated the game so heavily for so long that even your closest competition is still a few leagues beneath you. What do you write down when you've got every car, every toy, every accolade, millions of women want to be with you, you've got a mansion that needs a full 2,000 square foot room just to hold your plaques, you are a walking, breathing W, and you've had the game on autopilot for 15 years. So I really believe he was becoming uninspired. I think he was bored, you know, something needed to happen, and then it did.
Are we locked in?
After the beef with Kendrick, the narrative had changed for Drake, and all the things that he faced during his come-up years were back. He's done. He can't do it anymore. Drake's washed. Drake will never bounce back from this. For the first time in over a decade, people were counting him out again. People were counting out Drake. All of a sudden, Drake now has a lot to talk about, and this is where some very strong music comes into play. As much as people counted him out when he came in, even more people are doing it right now. Things have literally come full circle for Drake, and he's now back in the underdog seat. And if he can catch that feeling where his Rolls Royce is starting to feel like that old Acura, I think it might be a long summer for some of these other artists. You can mark my words right now, like Drake got his hunger back, and I think he's about to dominate all over again. Now, as far as the new album, this is what we know now. It was officially announced on Aiden Ross's stream back on April 15th. So he's been working on this album for a few months. I believe right after the beef, he probably started writing, recording. I think he pretty much he got to work right away. With respect to the album title, there is a very strong chance that the album will be called ICEMAN. As many of you know, shortly after the beef with Kendrick, Drake started up a plot twist Finsta account where he was posting the most random things. However, one Twitter user by the name of Real Almighty pointed out that Drake had made at least 5 references to Iceman on that account. 1, a photo of a race car driver who goes by the name Iceman. 2, a photo of a Canadian company called the Iceman. 3, his face from the Dark Lane demo tapes with the word Iceman applied to it. 4, Val Kilmer from Top Gun, whose character went by Iceman, and several other Instagram stories. There's also the fact that when Drake teased the 100 Gigs project, the main folder was labeled Iceman. Then when you look at the stream with Aiden Ross, the hoodie that Drake was wearing clearly says Iceman on it. And lastly, Drake shared a series of posts with iced out jewelry and a signed basketball jersey from George Gervin, whose nickname was the Iceman. So it seems likely that the album probably is going to be called Iceman, but nothing official has come out yet. Recently, Drake's label signee, Smiley, also shared that while he was at a party with Drake, while everyone was doing their thing and having fun, Drake was seated with headphones on, listening to music, totally locked in.
He had the wired headphones eating pasta, writing music, while we have a whole fucking party going on. So like, he's on a different mode right now.
I 100% believe him. I really believe Drake is hungry. Smiley even said that while on the set of the video for Nokia, Drake was even working then.
So even at the Nokia video shoot, while he was done in the breaks, he had a bunch of producers that he was just recording. So like, he's in that crazy mode right now.
Look, it's very difficult to outwork Drake. We got the last 15 years to show for that. And even more recently, Mal of the Rory and Mal podcast claimed that Drake's new album had an absolute bomb on it. We can speculate all day what he's talking about, what the bomb is. Is it Kendrick? Is it UMG? I don't know what it is, but I think if Mal is saying that it's something heavy, I believe it is something heavy. I don't think this is like a false fuse, like a false bomb. I don't think Drake's going to make that mistake again. If Mal says he's coming with something, I believe it is going to be something heavy. My prediction is that Drake is about to go on another massive run with complete dominance of the charts. Don't forget, after he took his L to Pusha T, he had his most successful year in music ever. Scorpion was a very strong project, and we heard him get extremely personal when addressing things around the beef. Some of Drake's best cuts are on Scorpion, and then we heard him really get in his bag lyrically on tracks like Money in the Grave and Omerta. He goes completely off on those records. Look, the artist that is Aubrey Graham Drake and the formula that made him successful isn't broken because of his beef with Kendrick. In fact, I think it reignited it. If we let history tell it, when Drake's back is against the wall and he's got a lot of people to prove wrong, that's when he makes the best music. And that's what made him the artist that he is today. That's really what fuels him, and I honestly take a lot of pride in being the 1% of creators who's willing to get on here and say that there's not a person on this earth that can take away Drake's ability to create amazing music. They can downplay his art, they can downplay everything that he's ever done, but they can't take it away.